Okay, so let's start. Today we will discuss about diseases caused by protozoa. Okay, so before we have discussed diseases caused by bacteria, right? And that's it. I think only bacteria we have touched till now. Now today we'll start the diseases which are caused by protozoa. So is there any doubt from the last class? Anyone? Or should we proceed? Okay, I think if there's no doubt, let's proceed. So diseases which are caused by protozoa. The first disease is malaria. Everyone knows, right? About malaria. So Ayush, can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Please tell me the name of the pathogen causing malaria.
Miss, Anopheles mosquito.
Okay. Srijita, can you tell me?
Can I tell? Protozoa.
Wait. Let everyone, whomever I'm asking, they should only tell. Srijita, can you hear me? Okay, no response is coming.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So Srijita, can you tell what is the name of the pathogen which causes the malaria?
Miss, can I tell?
Wait, Pavan. No. Okay, no problem, Srijita. Your time is out. Now, Adrita, can you tell? Adrita.
Yes, ma'am. Plasmodium falciparum.
Okay, fine, good. Plasmodium. Okay, and Anopheles Ayush is the carrier, not the
Carrier.
pathogen. Okay.
Carrier of that.
So here we can see malaria. It is caused by Plasmodium. Very clearly written here, right? Plasmodium. The infective stage of the parasite is transmitted through the bite of female Anopheles. We discussed why female, right? Why not male? Ashmita, can you tell me? Ashmita?
Miss, the female mosquitoes, they only are the carriers because they are the because they need to give birth to their children. Their babies, so they need to a sort of an agent, a place where they need to sort of care them. So they suck in the blood from the other animals and it warms the eggs.
Okay, and what happens to the males?
The males have the males usually rest on the trees because they do not have that thin sucker or that the sort of tube-like structure which they use for sucking, and it cannot penetrate the animal skin.
Okay, that is right. Okay, so everyone understood this point?
Yes, miss.
Females, they require blood to produce egg. Okay, so that is the reason they need blood. However, males, they are near trees, they stay on trees and they eat plant sap. Okay, now so basically this particular parasite, it gets transmitted through the saliva of the mosquito. Okay, sorry, saliva of the mosquito. The incubation period. Okay, what is incubation period?
The time which the pathogen takes to infect the person, the host.
Miss, can I say
Bolo.
the time period when the the bacteria enters inside our body and the first symptom is shown by the body.
Okay. Okay, so that is right. So incubation period means what?
It's not only the first symptom, miss. The first time, many symptoms. In some diseases, many symptoms can occur at one time. So, the first time the symptoms appear.
Yeah, but incubation period, okay, is what? Is basically it is the number of days between when you are infected with the pathogen and when you see the symptom. So between that period, actually that period is known as incubation period. Okay. So basically, agar medicine ke language mein if we tell, it is the time from the moment of exposure to the infectious agent until the signs and symptoms of the disease appear. Okay, so that is incubation period. Okay, this I think we discussed in the last class. Somewhere we discussed, right? I do remember.
Yes, miss.
Yes,
That
it is there. It is given in your book. Okay.
with the
So
incubation period.
yes, what did we discuss in the last class regarding this only? Which term did we use? Anyone? Did we discuss the incubation period in the last class or in the previous classes?
Miss, we discussed in the last class. You just passed. You just went away from the table. Here,
Yeah,
miss, this one
here,
under the
see,
star.
incubation
Incubation
period.
period.
Here I told you about incubation period.
Miss, and the under the star. Miss, and
Yeah.
the star. Sorry.
So incubation period is the period between the entry of germs and the appearance of the first symptom of the disease. Correct? So everyone should know this. Okay? आप लोगों को जो पढ़ाया जा रहा है, please revise it. Yes. So the incubation period of for malarial parasite is 3 weeks. Important. Okay? This is 3 weeks. And the parasite grows and multiplies in the red blood cells and destroys them in the process. Okay, there's a long process. However, the main thing which gets affected in the malaria is our red blood cells. Okay, and during this, when these RBCs gets destroyed in our body, okay, so a particular kind of toxin or the chemical is produced by the bacteria, okay, which actually causes this chilling effect and high fever. Okay, so the chill and high fever are repeated on the 3rd or 4th day. Okay, so this chilling effect, high fever is due to the secretion of certain chemicals from the bacteria, which comes out after the destruction of RBCs. So when the when the mosquito bite a patient, the parasite is sucked in along with the blood. It grows and multiplies within the mosquito. Various drugs, very important is quinine or quinine. Okay, quinine is very, very important. It is, you can remember this particular medicine for malaria, commonly used medicine. Apart from that, there is paludrin, comoquin, etc. So quinine or quinine, whatever you say, it is the most commonly used or the basic component of the malarial drug. So they are used for the treatment, and the disease is common in hot and humid countries like India. Okay, so how we can control this? It includes destruction of the mosquito, all mosquito repellents we use, or certain all those things. What we use, we burn it and keep it. What we call it?
Yes,
With
sir, the coils.
coils, right? Coils we use, and the best and safe way, in one way, is having your mosquito net. That is the best, because that won't disturb mosquitoes also, and keep the surroundings clean, tidy, and just keep
Yes, but nowadays the mosquitoes are getting adapted to the that
Yeah, now we
seeds,
don't
yeah.
find so much because of the and that too depends on area to area. If you see IITs and all, the places where there are lots of trees and all, so there you will find little few mosquitoes will be there. But if there is constant proper treatment and spreading of the chemicals in the areas around, then slowly we don't find mosquitoes there. And one very important thing about mosquitoes, that is they lay their eggs, okay, on the stagnant water. Okay, so if there is no stagnant water nearby areas, though, so there is very less chance that mosquitoes will develop there more. Okay, so mosquito nets, repellents, etc. Now coming to the next disease, that is amoebic dysentery. We read these diseases even in the chapter illness, right? Why we get ill, why we fall ill. So amoebic dysentery is what? It is known as amoebiasis. It is caused by what? It is caused by Entamoeba histolytica. Sorry. It is caused by Entamoeba histolytica. What is this Entamoeba histolytica? This is an amoeba. Okay? It causes destruction of lining of large intestine. Okay? So where it affects? It affects on large intestine. Okay? And it destroys the lining of intestine. And what is the symptom? It causes diarrhea with stomach pain, gripping pain, and discharge of mucus, and sometimes blood in the stools. Okay, so very common symptom is diarrhea with gripping pain and discharge of mucus and sometimes blood in the stools. Okay, so the infection is by contamination of food. Okay, this is oral, feco-oral path. That means it will go from feces and then it will be taken, carried by some carriers, okay, vectors to the food, and then the contaminated food will affect the person. Okay, so it spreads by contamination of food. Especially, what is the carrier? Flies. Okay, the incubation period here is about 1 week. Okay, you can see it is 1 week. Proper sanitation and protecting food from dust and flies can prevent spreading of this disease. Okay, I think it is clear. There is no difficult terms or something. Is there any doubt? Anyone? Someone's asking. Okay, time taken to infect. No doubts. So let's move to the third disease. Okay. What is the third disease? It is sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness is a disease which is caused by a protozoan, which is flagellated. That means it contains flagella. Okay, so flagellated protozoan. And what is the name of that? Trypanosoma brucei or Trypanosoma gambiense. Okay, so sorry, Trypanosoma gambiense or Trypanosoma brucei gambiense is the full subspecies. Okay, or we also call it Trypanosoma brucei rhodesiense. Okay, so we call it Trypanosoma gambiense or Trypanosoma rhodesiense. ऐसे भी आपको नाम, you will see the name like that also. Trypanosoma gambiense and Trypanosoma rhodesiense. Okay, so basically you have to remember the name Trypanosoma. These are two different protozoans, means these are of the same genus but different species. Okay, genus is same, Trypanosoma, but species is different. Okay, one is gambiense, other is, and it is not directly species but the subspecies. Okay, So two different type of pathogen, they both cause this sleeping sickness. Okay, very, very important disease from the point of exam, and even till your medical exam, these questions are asked. Okay, so sleeping sickness is caused by Trypanosoma gambians or Trypanosoma rhodesians, and it is transmitted through what? You can remember these two names. Then it is transmitted by CC fly. Okay, by the bite of CC fly. So this is the vector or the carrier. Okay. Now, what happens in this disease? Usually, you get fever, headache, itchiness. Okay, itchiness and joint pain. Okay, this is the first phase. Later, in advanced phases, what happens? There is a coordination problem, numbness, okay, confusion, and trouble in sleeping. Okay, and because of
Miss,
trouble
what
in
is numbness?
numbness means you're not having sensation feeling. Like sometimes we sit for a long time, have you seen, and then you get up and sometimes you don't feel like no sense in the legs for some time, and slowly
Yes,
blood will
miss. Yes.
start flowing back. Okay, so that is very for a fraction of seconds, because blood supply stops because of certain postures. But usually if something is happening like confusion, poor coordination, okay, trouble in sleeping, numbness is a starting point of kind of paralysis, when you're not able to do anything with that part of your body, with your desire, right? So numbness, so basically it starts affecting the nervous system in that way. Okay, and there is trouble in sleeping, and that's why this disease is known as sleeping sickness, not able to sleep properly. Okay, so because it has like you can see the symptoms, it causes confusions, poor coordination means what? Like I have seen like one of my friend having the same problem, not sleeping sickness, but the problem of nervous disorders or nervous problems, no? The pathogens which act on nervous system. So sometimes you are not able to, do the things properly, walk properly, okay, balance yourself properly, or sometimes it also happens like in her case we were seeing that she was trying to eat through spoon, using spoon, and she was not able to understand where to put, she was trying to find where to put in the mouth, like, so that kind of coordination problem starts happening when any organism affects on our nervous system. So here you can say this phase is also known as the neurological phase. First phase and second phase is the neurological phase, and this phase can be fatal. Okay, so this is the later phase of this disease. So it's always better to get treatment in the initial phase. Okay, so here you can understand it is neurological phase. Okay, what is the treatment? Yes, someone is asking something.
Miss, I have a doubt. Miss,
Yes, come on.
I have a doubt.
Miss, how this disorder or disease means this disease troubles in the sleep of that affected person? Miss,
Oh, got your point. So basically, most of the pathogens, okay, they whoever are like causing what causing any problem with the nervous system. So basically, they affect in different places. It's not like overall nervous system has many things. Okay, so here in this particular disease, sleeping sickness, so here what happens, is there is a it affects on the central nervous system. Okay,
the person is not able to sleep over.
how do we sleep? Tell me, what controls our sleep? Do you have any idea?
Miss, brain.
Yeah, brain. That is a part of nervous system,
Yes, miss.
right?
Yes,
So
miss.
बेसिकली अभी आप लोगों ने डिटेल्स नहीं पढ़ा है ब्रेन का. ओके, सो स्लीप यूजुअली यू नो is controlled by a part of the brain which is known as hypothalamus. Okay, and along with it there are other things also. Okay, so that particular part helps in sleeping, and the regulation is a separate thing. Regulating sleep, that is also that occurs through a particular regulation, usko hum bolte hain circadian regulation. Okay, so that is like we will teach you later. So basically brain controls the sleep. So when nervous system gets disturbed, okay, so many things occur. So specifically in this particular disease, okay, uh, it affects not only sleep but also poor coordination and confusion. But poor coordination and confusion you will find in other disorders also, other neural disorders which are caused by other pathogens. Okay, but here the main feature is sleeplessness. So that sleeplessness is that's why it is known as sleeping sickness. So that is the reason, and we won't go in details of it because that will need you to know many other things also.
Miss,
ठीक है? हाँ, yes.
Miss, what actually happens in a body that we cannot sleep? I mean, it affects in which part of the brain?
I told you hypothalamus.
Miss, what happens in the hypothalamus?
What happens in the hypothalamus that needs a proper first of all you have to know what is the function of hypothalamus. Okay, so basically you have to actually we have to read it in details. I cannot tell you in few points, but in general you can remember that hypothalamus is a part of brain. Okay, and that is kind of regulation center for many activities. Okay, and sleep is one of the important one. Okay, so hypothalamus, it contains certain group of nerve cells, okay, that act as a control center for sleep and arousal both. Okay, so and then it also maintains a particular cycle, a particular rhythm. Okay, circadian rhythm. Okay, so that actually is maintained by a particular set of cells which are called as SCN, like suprachiasma nucleus. So a particular set of cells of hypothalamus which regulates the sleeping and waking up cycle. Okay, and if in this cycle can be disturbed in many ways, not only certain pathogen, but it can be disturbed by even stress or certain anxiety, or you would have heard certain intoxicants like certain drugs, okay, which activates your nervous system. Basically they stimulates nervous system. Okay, and certain drugs are there which suppresses your nervous system. So we call them depressants. Jaise aap when you take
Miss, 4 types of drugs are there: depressants, stimulants,
and what else?
Miss, I'm not getting the name. There are, we actually consider them in 3 types, and the 4th one is named others, means they're like the medicines.
Right. Okay, so that also you will study in class 12 in details. Okay, so basically those are chemicals. Okay, so those are chemicals which affect your nervous system. Either they activate it or they suppress it. Okay, so if your nervous system gets suppressed, okay, like for example आप लोगों ने like when you have a cold or cough basically, you know, so in that case you are given cough syrups. तो आप लोगों ने देखा होगा whenever you take cough syrup you feel very sleepy, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
there are many other such medicational drugs also. Drugs are not, but they are medicine. If you're using it with proper instructions or suggestions of doctors, then it is good. But many a times people take certain drugs just for the feeling of sleepiness, or just to become very pleasure giving. Drugs are also there. So these drugs directly affect your nervous system, okay, and they interfere with your circadian rhythm, okay, the rhythm of sleep and wake cycle, okay, and not only that, other parts also. But here when we are talking about sleep, that is regulated by hypothalamus, okay, and there's a cycle of sleeping and waking up. So this particular pathogen, this particular protozoan, okay, this also produces certain chemicals, okay, toxins, okay, and when these toxins gets accumulated to certain level, then they start producing this nervous effect. They start producing the effect on nervous system, okay. When you will study actually nervous system in details, like when we will teach you about neurotransmitters, neurosuppressors, okay, so then you will understand that how these neurotransmitters are able to transmit the messages from one nerve cell to another nerve cells, and there are different categories of these which are naturally present in our body. And then there are certain chemicals, okay, which are very much similar to those chemicals which are naturally present inside the body, and they are called analogs of those natural chemicals, natural transmitters, neurotransmitters. And if they are present there, then sometimes they block it or sometimes they superactivate it, okay. It can be in different ways. There will be categories we will study. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
The hypothalamus is the innermost part of our brain.
Which part?
Miss, hypothalamus.
No, what did you ask? Yes, it is a part of the brain. It is
Miss,
a
No, she
I
asked.
asked whether it was the innermost part of our brain or not.
It is not innermost बोल के कुछ नहीं होता है. When you will study the brain, you will find there is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Okay. आप लोग ने brain पढ़ा है details में?
Yes, miss.
It's just the basic.
Yes, miss. Just the names and the means and the location and function. Just that.
Okay. क्या
Not
locations
in-
brain में क्या क्या parts होते हैं बोलो? In general, जो आपने पढ़ा है, which everyone
Miss
knows.
first come. Miss. Actually,
Miss,
How brain can
if
be divided?
studied about. Miss,
forebrain,
brain can
midbrain,
be
and
divided.
hindbrain.
यही पढ़ा है आपने, forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain, right?
Yes, miss. Then we have gone through which parts are in the
Yes, miss. We
forebrain.
had gone through mainly only three parts. That is cerebellum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata.
That's it.
And just we were introduced to the names of thalamus, hypothalamus.
Hypothalamus.
Okay.
Then
So in later classes, you will study, like in your next class, you don't have nervous system, but next to next, I mean 11th class, we will study brain, nervous system in details. There you will study, I think you would have heard about lobes, like frontal lobe.
frontal cortex, cerebral cortex.
No, now you have got different terms, but when we will study, then we will organize it properly. Okay, जैसे अभी आपको बहुत cortex, medulla, cortex जो होता है ना, वो बाहर वाला portion होता है. किसी भी चीज में जो cortex होता है, एक medular region होता है. That is depending on the depth from the surface. Okay, and then there is a brain ka portion which is like front, if can you see me? Okay, am I visible to everyone?
Yes, miss.
So normally, see, there is a front forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain in general. Okay, then forebrain के subdivisions आप पढ़ोगे. So जैसे frontal lobe जो होता है, that is here. This is frontal lobe. Okay, then frontal, then parietal. ठीक है, parietal is here. Temporal is these two sides, and occipital is back. Okay, so there are 4 lobes of humans. Okay, so those are based on the divisions, and these divisions are also based on certain cells, fissures जो divide करते हैं cells को. ठीक है, तो ये हम हायर क्लासेस में पढ़ेंगे डिटेल्स में. तो हाइपोथैलेमस जो होता है, that is part of which part of brain? No idea?
Brain.
It is located actually at the base.
Yes, it is a part of midbrain.
Sure.
It is located below the thalamus.
Okay.
Miss, is it a part of the midbrain?
No, it is not the part of the midbrain. It is the part of the forebrain actually. ठीक है, so आपने पढ़ा होगा, आपको forebrain ही बताया गया है मैक्सिमम, आपको midbrain और hindbrain नहीं बताया गया है उतना. forebrain का जो मेन पोर्शन होता है, forebrain हमारा मेजर, मतलब आप अगर आप अपने हाथ से नॉर्मली सर को पकड़ते हो तो जितना भी पोर्शन आता है वो पूरा forebrain ही होता है. ठीक है, उसमें cerebrum आता है, thalamus आता है, hypothalamus आता है. ठीक है, बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं. फिर midbrain जो होता है वो अंदर की तरफ होता है, उसमें कुछ पर्टिकुलर चीज होती है, और hindbrain में कुछ पर्टिकुलर पोर्शंस होते हैं. ठीक है, which are important. ठीक है, so actually every portion is important. हम पढ़ेंगे उसको आगे चल के. ठीक है, तो हाइपोथैलेमस फोरब्रेन का पार्ट होता है, एंड I won't go in details. ठीक है, so इतना बहुत ही क्लियर है आप लोगों को. हाइपोथैलेमस it regulates sleep. ठीक है, एंड स्लीप जो डिसऑर्डर्स में इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि हाइपोथैलेमस पे डायरेक्टली एक्शन होगा, बट इट कैन बी मेनी वेज. ठीक है, सो इन जनरल क्योंकि यू हैव आस्क्ड कि व्हाट रेगुलेट्स स्लीप, सो हाइपोथैलेमस रेगुलेट्स स्लीप. ठीक है, एंड इन स्लीपिंग सिकनेस you know there is disorder, there is trouble in sleeping. Okay, because this particular pathogen produces what? It produces a certain toxin or chemical which has a neurological effect. Okay, and whenever something becomes neurological, okay, so that is very dangerous, because it basically hampers all the activities of your daily life, because you're not usually, you cannot coordinate. Okay, so and sometimes paralysis, etc. Okay, so how we can treat this disease? Okay, so which drug like metarsofol. Okay, so this is the drug which is used for the treatment of sleeping sickness. Okay, now let's see the diseases, important diseases which are caused by worms. Okay, so first we know ascariasis. Okay, it will be caused by ascaris lumbocortis. Okay, so ascaris is caused by, लिखा है कि नहीं आपके इसमें? I think the name is not given.
Yes, it is given below the diagram.
Yeah, here. So ascaris lumbocortis. Okay, so this is the worm which causes, this is round worm. We studied, right, in the 5 kingdom classification. So it is a round
Yes,
worm, and it
These
causes,
are nematodes.
yes. So these are this is the causal pathogen for ascariasis. So ascaris se ascariasis, very easy to remember for all of you. And roundworm is elongated cylindrical worm about the size of an earthworm, and females are little smaller, males are little longer. See, length of the, sorry, females are little longer, okay, and males are little shorter. So females have this length of 18 centimeter, males have length of 12 centimeter. Okay, so how males are recognized? By the curve here, you know, they have slightly curved ends, hind ends. Okay, hind ends means like here, tail end. Okay, hind ends are slightly curved. And here you can see, right? You all can see. So here, I don't know whether marking is happening or not. Just a second. अच्छा ठीक है, मेरे में कलर्स नहीं आ रहे हैं. ठीक है, so here you can see my cursor. Here that is the tail end जहाँ पे बना हुआ है. So that is slightly curved in males. Okay, and in worms, where they go and stay, make their home inside the intestine. Okay,
Intestines.
so they are found in intestine, and they absorb what? They absorb digested food from the host. Okay, so basically इससे क्या होगा? Whatever you are eating is being absorbed by these worms.
By
So the person
them.
will start feeling first of all weak. Okay, and then what else? Basically आता कहाँ से है? Again from the area, कहीं भी आप ऐसे जगह पे हो जहाँ पे ऐसे worms हैं, ठीक है? Children playing on the ground may get the eggs laid by these. Obviously directly ये enter नहीं कर सकते आपकी body में, क्योंकि आप समझ जाओगे. But the eggs are there, so they can enter. Okay, so infection can occur by eating with unwashed hands or through unwashed vegetables, etc. Okay, and so इसका डिटेक्शन भी कैसा होता है? फीसेस में आपको उसके एग्स मिलेंगे. ठीक है, सो जो ह्यूमन फीसेस होते हैं, ओके, उनमें you give it for testing, and then eggs of these worms are detected there. So एस्कियारियासिस में सिम्टम्स क्या होते हैं बोलो? यहाँ पे सिम्टम्स आपको दिया नहीं है, बट नॉर्मली क्या होता है? मेन जो फीचर है दैट इज एब्डोमिनल पेन. ठीक है, सीवियर एब्डोमिनल पेन, and then fatigue, because obviously whatever nutrition you are taking is being absorbed maximum by these worms. Sometimes you can see worms directly, not only eggs, worms also comes out in the feces. Okay, and vomiting occurs, weight loss occurs. Okay, someone is telling something.
Worms in the intestine. They absorb the generally one nutrition. So does
Your
this
voice is not clear,
increase
bache.
appetite?
Swapnabit, can you repeat? Your voice is breaking in
Yes, I'm
between.
writing in the chat box.
And now it is clear, I think.
Yes,
You
I'm
can
writing in
repeat.
the chat box. Okay, miss, I had a doubt, which is a silly doubt, I know. Means as these worms, does these worms increase their appetite?
Increase their appetite. As they grow, they will increase, like us.
No, miss, miss R.
Our appetite. Oh,
Yes, miss.
you may feel, कि you are still hungry, basically. But hungry, you won't feel hungry. Basically क्या होगा? जो आप normal खाना खा रहे हो, if your stomach muscles or everything is getting the thing, and then obviously it's being utilized by these worms maximum. So that's why you will feel hungry. Hungry symptom as such नहीं बताया जाता इस disease में, but you will feel weakness and fatigue, basically, because you are eating but you're not having sufficient energy in your body. Okay, so
miss.
that is mainly the symptom. And if logically, if we talk, okay, you may feel hungry. Okay, so why you can feel hungry? Because how we feel hunger, can anyone tell? Can you just मतलब आप अपने IQ से can you tell why do we feel hunger? or how do we feel hunger? Anyone?
So I
Pawan?
think our body requires
Give
energy to carry out all the metabolism
That
activities. So
is theory. That's why we need energy, and when we need energy, we feel hungry. But in that
hungry.
way, if I tell that we need energy every time, correct? Okay. So
Yes,
when
miss,
we
but
need,
we take a means we take a
not able to
yes,
hear
we
you.
take a large amount of food,
Large amount.
which
No,
can
no, not like that. I'm asking like you invest energy every time, correct? But
yes, miss.
you know, after a particular period of time, you know, you feel hungry, and hunger is a particular sensation, right?
means
It's a
it may be
feeling.
when the food the full means the amount of food which was present in our stomach, the whole amount of food passes into the intestine and the stomach becomes empty,
And
then
absorption is over.
I think the sensation comes.
No,
Means when
not
all the
exactly.
food passes
Okay,
down to the
not
intestine.
exactly. So I will tell you. This is not related with your standard, but in general, okay, just a concept to understand. Basically, whatever we feel, okay, whatever sensations we feel, that is always an activity of brain. Remember, either central nervous system or peripheral nervous system. Okay, so it is a function of nervous system. So
It's a
basically,
hormone or something is released.
uh, that is there, but how? Basically, our blood circulates everywhere, correct? The
Yes,
blood,
miss.
the same blood is circulating everywhere. Okay, when we will study excretion also, कि हमारी body में जब पानी की कमी होती है, that also actually it's regulated from the nervous system कि हमारा blood जाता है, and then there it is detected कि okay, blood, you know, say glucose level is decreasing, or blood, you know, or water level is decreasing in blood. So then it will direct to certain hormones. Okay, you get released there and increase the, you know, absorption of the water from the, you know, your you know, tubules, the nephrons. Okay, so that thing happens. Similarly for hunger also, you know, blood goes through a certain area of the brain, okay, where it is like a testing machine, you know. Okay, now blood sugar level is how much? Okay, okay, this much. Okay, it has fall, you know, it is now below a particular level, so now the body should feel hungry. Okay, so then the respective, you know, information is delivered to respective organs and respective hormones. Okay, then we feel hungry. Okay, got my point?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so basically most of these actions has connection with brain. If our brain fails, we won't be able to do anything. We won't feel hungry, we won't have the control over excretions, we won't have many such things, won't be possible properly. Okay,
So and
only,
for fear also a hormone is released,
yes.
cortisol or something.
Hmm. Okay, we'll study those things later, otherwise we won't be able to finish our chapter. Let's go forward. Okay, so next disease is your Teniasis. Teniasis is, name itself tells about the pathogen, that is Taenia solium. Okay, so this is a tapeworm. Okay, this is a tapeworm. T for tapeworm, T for Taenia solium, remember it. Okay, so Taenia solium is the pathogen for Teniasis, and there are two common tapeworms. One is spread by eating the infected pork meat. Actually, pork ko first they infect. So as mosquito becomes this thing as a carrier, so similarly here pork can be middle, you know, host. Actually, one pathogen can have more than one host, or it can have only one host also. So this has two hosts, so it causes, you know, it infects first pork, okay, and one species, and other species it affects the beef. So both pork meat or beef meat, if it is not cleaned properly, if it is not checked properly, can infect us with tapeworm. Okay, so the tapeworm remains where? Again in the intestine. Okay, and it can increase its length to meters also. Okay, it can grow and grow and grow till it reaches a length of meter or so. Okay, and it absorbs most of the host digested food, and the patient becomes terribly weak. Okay, so here also the person feels lots of fatigue and dizziness, weakness. So the mature worm breaks off a small segment from its tail end, which passes out with the feces, and that's how it can be detected. So these segments, they contain eggs. When the eggs are accidentally ingested by a pig or cow, they again, they hatch and form larval stages, which settles in the mucus of their new host. Okay, when man eats raw or imperfectly cooked, beef or pork, okay, then we get this um, pathogen, this worm. Is it
Miss,
clear?
is there any treatment for this?
Treatment is there. Treatment is there. You are given certain medicines which will kill this, this worms. Okay. So, अच्छा यहाँ पे आपको इसमें treatment नहीं दिया है. Actually here, basically, have you ever देखा आप लोगों ने आपके आसपास किसी को हुआ है? Have you seen anyone suffering from worms? No. Okay, no. So basically जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं यूजुअली उनके अंदर ये आपको ज्यादा देखने को मिलेगा. ठीक है, तो
why?
मतलब नॉट जस्ट टीनिया, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एस्केरियासिस आल्सो, बिकॉज बहुत बार क्या होता है ना, इनके जो एग्स होते हैं फीसेस के थ्रू it will be in soil or somewhere, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ, obviously the chances will be more for for meat eaters, okay, whoever are like non-vegetarians, उनके लिए chances ज़्यादा होती हैं if they have not cooked it properly, or many of the vectors are usually animals. So if you eat animals, and you very rarely plant pathogens, they causes disease to humans, very rarely. Mostly animal pathogens, like which causes diseases for animals, they sometimes can easily cause diseases in humans, because obviously they are animal kingdom, and if they are mammals or something, then it becomes more easier for them to correlate the mechanism and cause here also. So basically, no, why I told for kids, because they play in area, like not now so much now, so most of you are only in games, yeah, what we call all phones and video games and all those things. But previously, most of the kids, they used to play in ground and in soil and with friends outside, etc. So many a times, if you're not clean enough, you eat like with dirty hands. Sometimes kids, they have the habit of eating soil as it is.
Yes,
Okay.
miss. I
Yeah.
had the habit of eating soil.
Yeah, in fact I also had. I loved the smell when rain, it used to rain.
Yes,
And
Yes,
there's a
miss.
smell.
It's so beautiful.
the
So
smell of fungus.
Yeah, why there's the smell from the soil when it rains?
Yes, I know a bit.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, as far as I know, it is the damp smell of the fungus present in the soil.
No, it's not damp smell. It is a very good smell. No,
Yes,
it's a very
enough.
refreshing smell.
Yes, yes.
Anyone?
miss, the smell comes after usually after rains only.
Yeah. So basically, this is a particular chemical. It is a metabolite which is produced by sorry, what I'm telling, I did not tell you the chemical. It is produced by a chemical actually, which is produced by actinomycetes. Okay, so what are actinomycetes? No idea. So you will study in the class. So what Ashmita said, it is not damp smell, but it is produced by fungus. Okay, so actinomycetes is a particular class of fungi. Actinomycetes, basidiomycetes, you study in class 11th. Okay, so fungus produces a particular chemical. You can, because I used to love the smell, so I still remember the name of the chemical, that is geosmin. Okay, so that is a particular chemical which is the reason for the fresh smell of the soil. Okay, so now so where were we? We all, aap logo ke questions se we always get little distracted here and there. So yes, we were talking
we were
about
about to start the next page.
Yeah, so tapeworm. Yeah, so everything is clear. Tapeworm, no? So again, it also goes out through the end part where it contains egg. This egg can remain in the soil. Okay, it can be taken up by pig or cow. There it goes into larval stages. Then when we eat them, it gets into our intestine. Clear? And yes, what I was telling ki, what is the treatment actually? वहाँ से ये बात शुरू हुई थी, right? So we can take certain drugs. Okay, यहाँ पे drugs के नाम नहीं दिए, जहाँ पे 2 drugs के नाम दिए, that is only important. You don't have to go in others. Okay, so there are drugs for tinea, for Ascaris, etc. Worms के लिए अलग type of drugs होते हैं, which will kill these worms. Okay.
Miss, and these worms will affect our human body also.
Human body in the sense, obviously they are growing, so they do not destroy your cells. Actually, worms, they don't destroy the cells.
No, Miss, I'm saying drugs.
Or drugs. These drugs, yeah, basically there are always some side effects.
Can they cause some pain? Means like, and some side effects after?
There is always some side effects. Any allopathy, if you see, there is always side effects. That's why we should not take drugs like कुछ भी हो रहा है, जैसे कि you are having a little headache, you are taking drugs. Then you are having little fever, you are taking again medicines. So actually we should not take. We should, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए कि थोड़ा सा भी फीवर नहीं हुआ या हल्की सी खांसी आ रही है, थोड़ा सा हेडेक हो रहा है, and you are taking medicines. That will actually. We
should take it at a very mediocre stage. Like
yeah, when you feel कि okay, आपको 1 दिन से फीवर आ रहा है, okay, 2-3 दिन तक कंटिन्यू हो रहा है फीवर, then you should take it. Otherwise try to have some herbal or क्या बोलते हैं, घरेलू जो तरीके होते हैं, so those things you can take little bit initially. And if it is
for nose blockage and all,
you can have steam, normal hot water steam you can have, okay, for nose blockage. For if you are just say if you have cough or throat infection, you can have warm water with little pepper or something, gargle it, salt water. So these things right? So gargling and all those things, there are so many ways to treat your basic problems in initial stages. But yes, if it is something pathogen, then it won't go with that generally. Okay, if it is caused serious, then obviously they say diseases आप यहाँ पढ़ रहे हो, for those diseases you have to take drugs. But the symptoms may be due to certain environmental factors. Environmental changes also can cause you fever, headache, stomach pain and all.
It's like climatic changes.
Yeah, climatic changes. Yes. So now next of your worms. Okay. So that is filariasis. Okay. Please mute your phone, Ronak. Okay. So yes, so filariasis is caused by Wuchereria bancrofti हम बहुत बार डिस्कस कर लिया ये नाम, right? Filariasis को we call as elephantiasis. Okay, so this is a filarial worm which is known as Wuchereria bancrofti. It is transmitted through what? Through Culex mosquito. Okay, and these are tiny worms lie in the lymphatic system
Miss,
and
I have a
connective
doubt.
tissue. Yes.
Miss, after taking the drugs, the worms they get destroyed. So how are they taken out from our body?
Through feces. ठीक है, जो आप excrete करते हो उसमें already they will come out. You know?
Since only because they were present in the intestine.
Yeah.
Miss, what if it spreads throughout our body?
It won't come out through your body. Body means what? You are telling that they will pierce your skin and come out.
No, miss, like any organ apart from that intestine.
Usually there is always some habitat for every particular pathogen. Okay, so they don't go in other parts till now. If they get mutation or something like that, then maybe, I don't know, but normally whatever the science has searched till now, or got cases till now, it remains in intestine. Okay. So yes, so we were talking about Wuchereria. So it affects where? On lymphatic system, okay, and connective tissues of the human body. So remember, lymphatic system पे कुछ भी अगर act करता है, okay, so it will affect your immune system, right? And connective tissues means it can act on any place, like blood or any part. Okay, that depends on specificity of the pathogen. Okay, so here Wuchereria affects on lymphatic system and connective tissue, okay, of the human body, and it affects mainly limbs. Okay, so we have seen the photos, right? In filaria, the whole limbs, basically limbs, like legs, okay, groin portions, sometimes hands, but mostly it is observed in legs. Okay, legs become swollen like elephant legs. That's why we call it elephantiasis. There's a very huge, swelling, means literally like elephant, so that's why it is called as elephantiasis. And the swelling is due to what? Due to blockage of lymph circulation. Okay, the swelling is due to the blockage of lymph circulation by the worm, and that results in inflammation of lymph glands. So jahan lymph glands या lymph vessels हैं, specific areas में, there you will find the inflammation. Okay, so it will cause enlargement of limbs, ankle, fever with chills in acute cases. Okay, what is the treatment? Again, filaria ka treatment is not not a permanent treatment is there, like eradication of the vector and use of antibiotics. Obviously you are given some medicine, but it is very difficult to completely wipe off the pathogen. Yes.
What does fever with chills means?
फीवर विल चिल्स मीन्स आपको फीवर भी होता है, आपको ठंड भी लगता है, जैसे मलेरिया में आपको बहुत ठंड लगती है और आपका बॉडी टेम्परेचर भी बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है, राइट? बॉडी टेम्परेचर आपका इंक्रीज कर जाता है, like normally you should have how much 37, but it increases, like आपको 97 से 98, 99, 100, 102, 103 ऐसे चले जाता है फ़ारेनहाइट में, right? So that is increasing the body temperature, that is fever. And fever with chills means you feel very cold, मतलब आपको ठंड लगती है, then आपको थोड़ी देर बाद पसीना आएगा, फिर आपको थोड़ी देर बाद फिर से ठंड लगेगी, and you have high body temperature. So that is fever with chills. Fever with chills we also get in malaria, right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these were the diseases. What I was telling, treatment of filaria includes certain antibiotics and anti-inflammatory. Basically आपके pain और swellings को कम करने के लिए analgesics देते हैं. However, it is something like
what are analgesics?
Analgesics are anti-inflammatory drugs which reduces the pain and swelling. Okay.
Okay, miss. Miss, is that good for our body?
Good for body means if you have a severe pain, then you have to take analgesic. Okay, but taking analgesic for very small pain is dangerous in a long term, because anything which is not natural, if you are taking, so most of the allopathy is not natural. Okay, but it gives very instant effect. That's why it is used. Basically, we should take herbal treatments. We should take what we can say, Ayurvedic treatment, homeopathy. That is better for something which is a long time treatment. But like for example, if some person is having a stroke or attack, he cannot go for Ayurvedic treatment, because those treatments take long time, but they are good for body. They do not interfere like so much. They don't have so much side effects, especially Ayurveda and all, right? But the effect is a long-term effect, and then it also regulates your routine, habit, food, many things, and along with that it works. So that is a long-term treatment. But for sudden effects, we take allopathy, surgeries, etc. Okay, so analgesic is something like that. It will relieve your pain instantaneously, right? Like you take and within 2-3 hours.
Miss, but many people tell that homeopathy has some side effects.
Homeopathy will also have side effects. Allopathy also has side effects. Ayurveda usually have, like, I have not heard side effects of Ayurvedic treatment. Maybe in few cases, but usually there's very less side effects, because that treats you from within, from very internal portions. Like it won't, this analgesic kya hai? If I tell you analgesic drug, what is analgesic drug? It won't solve the problem. It will just suppress your nervous system in a way that you won't be able to feel the pain, right? Pain is there in your leg, but how you are feeling, because that pain is getting transferred through information, through the impulses to your brain, and then you're analyzing that I'm having the pain, right? That's why when some person gets paralysis or something, numbness, then even if you put a safety pin or some needle in the, like, that area, the person won't feel that, right? So why? Because the sensation part has been suppressed, the nervous part is suppressed. So analgesic क्या करता है, ये भी आपके nervous system पे करता है effect.
Yes. And anesthesia does the same purpose, means it does not allow the pain.
Correct.
Though, but there are some sensations, but of the
very
body
low,
means
very low. Like, have you ever been to any surgery? आप लोग नहीं होंगे, thank God. मतलब it's good that you are not. But if you have seen any person, तो anesthesia में क्या होता है कि आपको you will feel a very little, like कि बहुत छोटा सा pinch कोई कर रहा है, ऐसी feeling आती है. But basically आपका पूरा skin cut करके, और they will do whatever the purpose is, right?
Yes, miss.
So
yes, miss. I've seen that, miss.
Ma'am, when we move to dentist.
Yes, dentist. आपको
Yes,
दांत अगर कराना है, ठीक है, हाँ. Then also you are given anesthesia so that you should not feel the pain, ठीक है, during that time. So anesthesia is a very important. It is a particular field of medicine. There'll be a very trained doctors who are
Yes, miss. Anesthetician.
Yes, anesthesian. So why
you have to regulate the perfect amount of anesthesia,
right?
That person.
So now you can understand कि one whole field is on that whole doctor is seeing that part. That means ऐसे तो नहीं होगा कि उसको सिर्फ एक लाइन पढ़ना है और वो डॉक्टर बन गया, right? ऐसे तो नहीं हो सकता है कि एनेस्थीसिया में क्या है, सिर्फ एक मेडिसिन देनी है और उसको वो करना है, नहीं. The doctor should be very, very perfect that which area, how much medicine has to be given, and for how long. If it is given more than the limit, then person may die. Okay, and if it is given too low, then it won't solve the purpose. And every particular position of the body,
it is different for different kinds of surgeries.
Correct. Different areas, आपकी सर्जरी किस पोजीशन पे हो रही है, किस ऑर्गन में हो रही है, किस पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी में हो रही है उसके ऊपर भी एनेस्थीसिया वेरी करता है, ठीक है। सो बेसिकली एनेस्थीसिया इज तो हार्ड थिंग, बट एनाल्जेसिक क्या होता है, एनाल्जेसिक जो ड्रग्स होते हैं they are not specifically for a particular part, they will act on the whole body, ठीक है। बेसिकली दे depresses the सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम पे वो असर करते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए, जिसकी वजह से आप पेन, पूरी बॉडी पेन आपको नहीं होगा, जहां भी आपको पेन हो रहा है वो पेन रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, बिकॉज यू वॉन्ट बी एबल टू फील इट। इसीलिए जब आप वो दवाई खाने के बाद कुछ देर के बाद जब उसका असर खत्म हो जाता है लाइक पेन किलर का, अगेन यू विल स्टार्ट हैविंग द पेन इफ इट इज अ लॉन्ग टर्म, मतलब अगर वो किसी इंटरनल रीजन से पेन हो रहा है, राइट, सो दैट विल कंटिन्यू। बट अगर वो पेन आपका क्यों है, मे बी आपको स्ट्रेन हो गया है या फिर आपको अचानक से मतलब ड्यू टू सम फिजिकल प्रॉब्लम, फिजिकल इंसिडेंस, आपको चोट लग गई है पैर में या हाथ में, या लाइक समटाइम्स यू आर डूइंग एक्सरसाइज एंड कुछ ऐसे खिंच जाता है एंड द पेन इज नॉट गोइंग एंड इट इज वेरी इंटेंस, तो बहुत बार आप पेन किलर्स लेते हो या फिर एक्सटर्नली यूज करते हैं, ठीक है, सर्टेन स्प्रे एंड वॉलिनी एटसेट्रा, राइट, सो दोज आल्सो अफेक्ट दैट वे, ओके। सो एनाल्जेसिक्स को इसीलिए मना किया जाता है क्योंकि एनाल्जेसिक एक्चुअली आपके रूट प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व नहीं करते हैं, बट इंस्टेंटेनियसली दे विल जस्ट डिक्रीज द फीलिंग ऑफ पेन,
Relief.
for relief your pain, they give you pain relief for some hours, for few hours, okay। So I think today we could discuss only 2 type of diseases, okay, that is worms and protozoans. What else is there? Viral diseases are there. We are going very slow with this chapter because now I have another class I cannot take, so I wanted to finish this chapter this week. We have how many minutes more? 15 minutes, but we won't be able to discuss all. Okay, so let's end the class here only, and we can have an extra class, okay. Can we have an extra class on when you are all free?
Friday. Ma'am, but our exams are going on DAV.
Okay, when your exams are finishing?
Miss, we'll be having our exams within this month.
Yes, miss. Miss, from 14 to 22nd we'll have our exams.
Okay, that is legal. So you will have time. Abhi to bahut time hai, so you can attend 1 hour class. So there is no problem, I think. Okay,
Yes,
so we can have Friday
yes,
class.
we are having study leaves from our school, so
Okay.
that won't be a problem.
Ma'am, Friday at what time?
Friday we can afternoon, like 2:30 to 4. Or is it fine? I think that time no one will have tuitions or anything.
Ma'am, not
So
2:30 because our
actually I have a
Yes,
class.
ma'am, not 2:30.
I have a class from
yes, miss, our class gets over itself at 45.
1:45.
Yeah, to 1:45.
1:45.
Yes,
हाँ, तो
miss.
2:30 ना, so lots of time is there. मतलब 45 minutes. is
Can
there.
you take from 6?
Yes, miss, this is better.
It is okay.
Ma'am, can the timing be postponed to 3 o'clock?
no, miss, actually our section of St. Agnes School has a physics class during that time.
Okay, so evening 6 to 7, it's fine for everyone.
Yes, miss.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, fine.
Okay, so Friday 6 to 7 we will have extra class. Okay, everyone should be present. Okay, no one is sharing their problems, so everyone should have to be present.
Ma'am, Friday from when to when?
6 to 7 I will post in the group also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, chalo then, see you all.
Miss.
Yes.
Miss, Friday at 6 to 7, I think section A and D, Pawan to knows, do we have a language?
Yes, miss, we have a language class. Yes, miss. Thank you to remind me, Ashmita.
So okay, so what you can do,
Yes, I think we will not have a language class, miss, because almost our portion is complete for our half yearly exams.
Okay,
Only
so
the
if it is
subjects.
if it is complete, then there's no need to attend if it is not helping you.
She'll take because she told that she'll be discussing something. She gave some homework.
Miss, but